Welcome to Garden Ways Adventures. My name is Malie, and today we're going to do another Plant of the Week video. And that plant is going to be Bee Balm, or Monarda is the scientific name. Now, Bee Balm is an absolutely gorgeous plant, and I love it. So let's take you in a little bit closer and show you what it looks like and tell you a little bit more about Bee Balm. So this is my Bee Balm. It's up under my peach tree and my nectarine tree, and this Bee Balm is in full shade. And look at the color of it. Bee Balm comes in several different colors. Mine is purple and pink. I don't know if this is a genetic variation or if somehow I got two plants in one, but I've got a few pink ones mixed in with the purple ones. And look at that flower. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, as I showed you, my Bee Balm is pink and purple. One of the more popular varieties is red. And Bee Balm is as easy to grow as it is pretty. Mine, as you can see, is growing in full shade. I've also heard that it will grow in full sun, and I would love to hear any experiences of what you've had growing your Bee Balm in full sun. I am going to be taking some divisions, and we'll talk a little bit about what divisions are, in the spring, and I'm going to plant some in my more full sun areas and see the difference. This patch has been here for about 8 years without any issues. It gets water once or twice a week, just depending on the weather. Right now it's getting watered about once a week, and it's been very happy. I've never had any bug issues with it. I don't fertilize it, and it doesn't actually need any fertilizer. There are really actually no bug or disease problems that I know of other than powdery mildew with Bee Balm. Now, if you live in a more humid area, be sure to plant your Bee Balm in an area where it gets more airflow, and that will help control the powdery mildew. So don't surround it completely by a bunch of different plants so that the air can't flow through it. One of the better things about Bee Balm is that it is a huge pollinator attractant. Now, I don't get a lot of bees up in this area. This area is full shade. This is also a little bit later in the day, so you won't see any bees up here. But if you have it in an area where it's in full sun and the bees have more access to it, it's a really good food plant for bees. It's not only a good food plant for bees, but the leaves make an excellent tea, and the flowers are also edible. So Bee Balm is beautiful, it's easy to grow, and it's a food source for both humans and bees. Now, Bee Balm can grow in many different areas of the country. It can actually grow in from zones 3 through 9, so that covers just about the entire country, except for maybe the coldest areas and maybe the areas with the highest humidity, where it would probably succumb to powdery mildew. Now, let me get you in closer one more time, and I'm going to talk about divisions and how you can propagate Bee Balm. Now, you can grow Bee Balm by seed. That would be quite easy, but one of the easier methods is, if you will notice down there, you can see where the stems enter into the soil. It covers a large area. It doesn't come out of one clump. It's spreading. So all I need to do is go down in there, and in the spring, when I first see the new growth, and cut out with a shovel just a clump of those stems, and then I can move it anywhere I want it. So as I said, I'm going to take this Bee Balm and I'm going to actually try and see how it does in full sun in my area. Now, unfortunately, Bee Balm is not a very long bloomer. It does bloom in my area up here in my shade, for probably about 2 or 3 weeks, and then it's done. Now, I have read that if I came in here and cut back some of the spent blooms, that it would rebloom, but I have never tried that, and I would love to hear if you've been able to get your Bee Balm to rebloom by deadheading your Bee Balm. So Bee Balm is not only gorgeous, absolutely beautiful flowers, it's edible, it's a pollinator attractant, and it can grow just about anywhere in the United States. It is very easy to grow, does not require a lot of work. So I would challenge you to go out and see if you can find some Bee Balm to plant. Either start it by seed, see if you have a friend who has some that'd be willing to let you divide some of theirs out in the spring, or go to one of your nurseries, one of your local nurseries, support them and purchase some Bee Balm. As I said, there's several different colors, red being one of them, purple and pink, and I think there are a few other colors. But I'd love to hear your experiences in growing Bee Balm and hear how it does in your area of the country. Now, if my videos are helpful to you, I would love it if you would hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, help me make other videos, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.